Well, here we are. This is an interesting one. So, as some of you might know, I really like to collect helmets. I really enjoy them. They look great, especially if they come from a series which I used to watch and really enjoyed. Today, of course, we are going to be taking a look at Saban's Power Rangers Lightning Collection Mighty Morphin White Ranger helmet. I'm very excited about this. I was a huge, and actually I still am, a huge Power Rangers fan. I love the original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. A lot of that had to do with the costumes. I really did love the way they looked on screen. So one of the big things about those costumes was definitely the helmets. They really were a signature piece for the entire Ranger costume. This, though, is something I was able to pick up the other day at Toys R Us. Really happy to get this, so let's go ahead and take a look what we got. Okay, so this is interesting. Obviously, the original Legacy collection was pretty much handled by Bandai. For those of you who might be fans of the show, you already know this. These ones, though, about, I think last year, around the time of San Diego Comic-Con, it was announced that Saban had pretty much been sold to, the Power Rangers collection anyway, had pretty much been sold, all the rights had been sold to Hasbro. So that really shocked me at the time. I was really amazed. And I thought, you know what, it might be a good idea because Bandai, as much as a company as I love it to be, they don't have the kind of resources that a company like Hasbro does. So Hasbro is just a massive company, and I figured that they could actually do some pretty cool things with the property. But having said that, we're going to definitely crack this open and see, well, I guess what the similarities are and what the differences are to these helmets and their Lightning collection versus the Legacy collection. So let's crack this open. All right. So I've already just cut the tape here, but you know what, let's take a quick look at the box, since I totally forgot about that. The front of the box is nice. It actually shows a product shot of the helmet itself. We can see that it says the Power Rangers Lightning Collection. It's a brand new, I guess, design for their overall line. Nice illustration here of the white Tiger Zord White Ranger. We can see on the top of the box, it's another great shot of the actual product itself. It really looks striking. I'm really excited to have a look at this. On the other side of the box, yeah, it's just the other side of that illustration there with more branding. The back of the box, some actual information about the product itself. We see the original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers logo there, which is awesome. A little bit of description here too. It says here, Tommy Oliver becomes a White Ranger and rejoins the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, leading them into battle. It's got it in several different languages, French, looks like German, yeah, whole different translations here. We see another product shot with a few different information, pointing out that premium roleplay helmet, roleplay, and then down here it says adjustable fit. And that's the interesting part about that. I've heard some interesting things about this adjustable fit concept. It also comes with a display stand, and that's a very interesting looking display stand too. We'll do a little bit of a comparison later on. So we put it over to the other side, and we can see that it's another beautiful product shot with the original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers logo. And I think we'll just take a quick look at the underbelly. Nothing really to see there, just some trademark information, recycled materials, just a little bit more of a, nothing really to see actually. Okay, so there's an interesting symbol up here. It's a magnet ×4 strength, I guess, if I'm understanding that slogan, that icon there. And it does say for 18+, so this is definitely an adult collectible. All right, without further ado, let's crack this thing open. All right, here we go. Oh wow, it's tight. Okay. Wow. All right. So there's you can see there it is, the beautiful shot of the helmet there. It's really tightly packed in there. So let's take out the. Actually, you know what? It's really tight in here. Let's just take the whole thing out. Whoopsie. Yep, that would explain why I was so tightly packed in there. All right, so the stand fell out, which is always fun. Okay, let's take the box away. All right, so we have the stand itself, and then we have the Ranger helmet, and it looks pretty cool. All right, I'm gonna take these two out of the plastic and we'll be right back. Okay, here it is, and I have to tell you, it looks incredible. There's a gloss to it that is really, it's really striking. Compared to the Red Ranger helmet, which was released by Bandai on their Legacy collection, this one is very shiny, it's very glossy. It's a really wonderful effect. I love the pinstriping here on the actual outlines. There is a little bit of a gap on the pinstriping, but you know what? Realistically, from afar or on display, you're really not going to notice it too badly. It is there, you can see small gaps, but for the most part, it's bang on. There are small slits here and here, probably for breathability. I think that's a really good touch. The paint is applied very, very well. I'm very impressed. We can actually see that this is a separate piece from the actual white portion of the helmet. That's very interesting. It's not a single molded piece. Very, very interesting. The tinted plexi, it's a little bit more see-through. It's not as opaque as the original Legacy edition from Bandai. That's interesting. I wonder if you'll be able to see people's faces through there. So a bit of food for thought there. Let's turn around a little bit to see the back or the side. Huh, that's interesting. Not too sure if we're going to catch this on camera, but there is a visible difference between the whites. The front part of the helmet is a blazing white. It's incredibly white. Whereas the back portion of the helmet, it's almost like an eggshell white. Don't know why they went for that. Obviously the two pieces were manufactured differently, and I don't know if this could be paint, which would be interesting because this is definitely painted, and this actually could be a painted portion of the helmet, while this part might just be plastic. That's a little unfortunate, but again, when you display these things, it's probably going to be front facing, so you're not really gonna see too much. But if you are going to use this as a cosplay helmet, that is an unfortunate thing. But again, not many people are going to notice. These the clips here these are not clips. What the heck? Okay, looks like these are just molded details here. Huh. That's interesting. So what happens if I... Oh! Okay, so that's definitely not a clip. Yeah, that's definitely some sort of molded detail. And I guess everything's held together by clips and by these little fasteners here and magnets. Because I can definitely feel a connection there. So I'm guessing that that's what it meant by 4 times strength magnet. Interesting. So the back is pretty bare. It's kind of Spartan. But yeah, the molded details are wonderful. They do resemble the original clips from the series, such as it is. The Bandai ones did retain the clips, so that is an interesting choice by Hasbro. Huh, interesting. All right, so we'll just put this aside for a second, and let's take a look at the stand. So, yeah, this is a brand new stand compared to what we got with the Legacy collection. As a matter of fact, I just happen to have the original Red Ranger stand here, and as you can see, it does say Mighty Morphin Red Ranger right here, so we can tell what it is. But yeah, look at the difference here. This is just mainly a pedestal kind of stand with a single foot and a rest where the helmet would sit. This one is much more detailed, I have to admit. And it's got the Mighty Morphin Power Ranger logo. It's got a peg here to for this portion to affix to, and it's got some really nice molded details here for some, it looks like some, you know, futuristic molding, probably like I don't know, like an engine parts or something. That's cool. And then it's got almost a step details, just some really nice future detailing. Yeah, almost like the inside of the Ranger base. Yeah, it's kind of cool. I appreciate that. It's a little bit different. Actually, it's very different from the original Red Ranger version. So it does come in a couple of pieces, the Mighty Morphin Power Ranger Lightning Collection stand. Let's take this one away for a second. We'll have a closer look at the other portions of it. So it comes with the actual post. So it comes in two pieces. So just to assemble this on camera, we'll just have to put this on top. I guess we'll join that up. Is there a notch that I get? There it is. So there's a notch here and a groove there. So we'll just find the groove, put the notch in, and there we go. Nice peg stand. There's another notch here, and there's a groove right there in the front. So we'll just come in there, bring the whole thing down. And then there is the rest, the stand where it actually sits on, the helmet sits on top of this stand. So once again, a notch right there, and a notch right here and a peg right there. So we'll just come in, put it on top, and bring it down. So yeah, it's still very reminiscent of the original stand. The original stand's a bit, just a hair taller, I think. You can't see it on this angle, but it's just a hair taller. But yeah, it serves its purposes for sure. And I do like the detailing on the bottom. All right, let's put it on and see how it looks. So, okay. There we go. Look at that. I have to say that is impressive. Yeah, just have to do small adjustments, I think. Yes, indeed. That is quite impressive, if I do say so myself. It really does look handsome, I have to say. Yeah, I'm very, very impressed. This is a great replica as far as I can tell. The lines themselves are crisp. The paint is nice and sharp and bright as well. Yeah, I really, really dig this replica helmet. It looks really, really nice. I am very impressed by this for Hasbro's first foray into the Power Ranger lineup. Very, very impressive. Well, I guess there's only one thing to do now. We have to compare it, don't we? All right, so let's put this back and we'll set this up. Let's bring in the other slightly older version, but I think it's no less impressive. Here's the original stand. And we're gonna bring in the one helmet that I own because I unfortunately only have one of the helmets. All right, let's bring in the Red Ranger helmet. Look at that, guys. Wow, these two make quite the pair, I have to say. I am very, very, very impressed at the way these two look side by side together. They look absolutely great. But on camera, I don't think that you can really tell. There is a matte finish on the actual Red Ranger helmet, so it's not glossy at all. Whereas the finish on the Tiger, the White Ranger Tiger helmet, it's beautiful. It's glossy, really gives that sheen. It's an amazing effect, I have to admit. And Now I have to wonder if I really do want to pick up that Red Ranger helmet that I saw at Toys R Us, because I wonder what the real differences are. Having said that, I think Bandai's version is still incredibly detailed. All the pinstriping here is quite well done. It's a little patchy in some spots, but still, it really brings out the sculpting in the Tyrannosaurus head. The teeth are nice and sharp. They're painted with a metallic silver finish, along with the mouth portion. It's a beautiful silver reflective surface. It looks great. But there's also another thing which I can see right away. It's hard to tell on camera. You can sort of see it. But this helmet is actually quite large. The back portion extending to the front portion, yeah, you can see it. It's much longer. You can see that there's a definitely more space on this helmet than this one. This one is very much form-fitting. This one would probably hit the front of your face, depending on the size of your head. Whereas this one, I think, can fit more larger heads, if anything, I think. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to say that. I will have to definitely try this out one day and see if that's true, because I have heard from other reviewers that this one is very tight, depending on the size of your head. So it would be very interesting to see exactly how much room you have in there, depending on how big an individual you are, I guess. If you got a bigger brain, maybe you don't fit inside. I don't know. But outside of the overall real world usage, I guess you want to put it, these two look stunning together. I have to say, I'm really excited to be able to add the White Ranger helmet to my collection. It looks amazing. Well guys, that'll pretty much be it for my look at the Power Ranger Lightning Collection from Hasbro White Ranger Replica helmet. I've got to tell you, this is an incredible replica. I am so excited and happy to be able to add this to my collection. It really does look great right next to my Mighty Morphin Power Ranger Red Ranger helmet from Bandai. These two are from two different completely companies, but they really look well together, and I'm so glad to be able to have these two in my collection. Guys, if you enjoyed this episode, please do leave me a like. It really does help me out. If you have any comments or suggestions on anime, toys, pop culture, replicas, or anything else you'd like me to review, please do that in the comment section below. And please consider subscribing, as it helps YouTube to realize that you guys enjoy my work and that I'm doing a good job. Well guys, as always, thank you very much for watching. Geek proud. Thanks for watching, everybody. If you'd like to support the channel, please see the link in the description below. I've got more videos on the way, and we'll see you at the next one. Geek proud.